How do you feel about military bases and schools with the names of Confederate generals or soldiers?
I'm coming from a place of privilege here as a straight white man. I would think that a lot of young children when they're learning about it, because I learned about it in elementary school and middle school, the Civil War. I would think I can't speak for if I was an African American young child. How would I feel that my school was named after the general that wanted slavery? I would think that would be a little odd. I mean, it also might depend on, was that school majority white, and then were African American children already like, is this school in the South and there's a predisposition to racism there? So is it already adding to it that it's you're in an environment where they think, oh, I wish the South had one and all that stuff. So it really depends on where you grew up and how you were raised, because also, like you said, if you have a father like T, that teaches you this, to have a thicker skin over it and to not let the name of your school affect you. I guess it depends on how you were raised and what environment you were around.
It's interesting, like you said, like I wasn't affected, and the school was predominantly black. Actually, I think it was all black. The South was still segregated when I was down there, okay, and it was in the South. And it's interesting, you brought up a good point about that, how the older generations now are making a bigger fuss about this than we actually did. Because we had plenty of time, if you think about it. This was in the 80s. But it wasn't until like the 2000s where they changed the name. I believe it's Robert Armstrong, one of the first black astronauts. And it does bring to the idea of thicker skin, or like, are we just creating a buzz? And that's my fear, okay? Are we just making it a hot topic, but then we're not gonna do anything to continue on, to teach about this stuff? Because if you're just, starting a mess, oh yeah, we did this, well, now what? Now, what are you gonna put in play to keep educating people, and was it done for the right reason, right? It's those type of things that they're really looking at, more so than people just getting hung up. Because with the military, here's the funniest thing. Military has always been considered the most racist of places, but it was the #1 employer for blacks. The military always have the percentage that we have in society in the military. So we fought in every war. It's never stopped, and it was the first one to integrate. So as much as there's bad stuff, there's a lot of positive things that came out of it.
Unpopular opinion.